Hello everyone, we all know that many funny and surprising events happen in our astonishing and vast world. Unfortunately, the majority of them remain unnoticed because people simply do not have time to take out their cameras to capture them. Today, I want to show you a cool selection of funny moments and cases of luck that managed to be captured on camera. As it turned out, the work of a delivery boy can be dangerous and even difficult, especially if you need to deliver a parcel to the address where the four-legged defender lives. Sometimes we just forget that we have to be adults, and it seems that this is exactly what happened to the courier who decided to go back to childhood for a while. However, you need to remember about your responsibility as an adult. Before driving any vehicle, you should always fasten your seatbelt. Otherwise, you can expect to have the same fate. Animals are constantly fighting for survival, but sometimes they can show incredible acts of kindness to other representatives of the fauna. This crow, carefully transferring a hedgehog across the road, only confirms this theory. Two men were supposed to clean the park, but they decided to become children again for a moment. Do you know someone who does not like swings when they were a child? Perhaps everyone knows about the 5 seconds rule when some food falls to the ground. But in the case of this girl with the video, everything that was happening looked very comical and at the same time disgusting. This dog was really confused when the delivery man entered the territory of the house she guarded in such a royal way. But when the man did notice the dog, everything quickly fell into place. A rather funny situation occurred with a visitor to one of the American pubs. When she faced a waiter in such a direct way, she miraculously managed to hold the entire order in her hands. The guy went to his favorite fast food restaurant during a snowstorm. Unfortunately, he was unlucky because it was simply closed in such weather. One might have guessed. It was pretty naive to hope to retain control over the situation when that dog saw a suitable target on the street. Sometimes, in order to work well, you want to hide in a quiet place, but this does not mean that some curious situations will not happen to you. Before entering someone else's house, you definitely need to ring the doorbell. As we can see, even dogs know about such an important rule of decency that must be observed. If you want to enjoy some water attractions, you should never forget that it can be extremely dangerous. However, in some cases, it looks funny and astonishing. Before immersing in something, it's better to make sure that you won't hit your head. Otherwise, you will have to experience the same thing as the guy in the video. It was the highest degree of bliss. I think that no comment is needed here. Just take a closer look at the dog's contented face. If it seems to you that you are constantly attracting failures to yourself, take a look at this guy. He obviously didn't really think before opening the car body. This fella decided to add more ice to the box so that the beer would remain chilled for several hours. However, this decision had some truly bad consequences. Be careful and always pay attention to important things. You can't see these situations often in real life, but the entire situation is extremely dangerous. You need to run as fast as possible when something like that happens. By choosing the high pressure at the car wash, be prepared for all kinds of situations. Unless, of course, you also want to suffer from the powerful pressure of water, like the blonde girl in the video. Excessive alcohol consumption has never resulted in something good, and working in such a state, especially on a construction site, can be extremely dangerous. One girl decided to make a prank on her friend. However, when her friend decided to take revenge, everything turned out to be a hilarious misunderstanding. The guys from the delivery service took a very long time to get to the recipient's house to bring him a refrigerator, but all efforts were in vain because it was almost impossible to hold it. As a result, it was totally damaged. In this video, you can see a very strange situation when a lampshade fell on a man's head and he didn't even understand what happened. Have you ever wondered how bears exercise? Here is one of their techniques, which apparently is called stealing food from birds. It seems that the man in the delivery uniform had his first working day. Otherwise, it is difficult to explain why he had such an obsessive smile. When the guy accidentally let the cat out of the house without closing the front door tightly, he had to run hard to get it back. It's no secret that monkeys are arrogant and very persistent creatures who achieve what they want by any means. And when a whole team gathers together, then nothing good can be expected for sure. The guy who was captured by a street video camera had a real opportunity to feel like a ghost. When he was suddenly covered with some white cloth, everything that was happening looked very impressive. People are very mysterious creatures, and sometimes they never cease to amaze us with their actions. Here's a clear example. This man invented a unique way of transporting his belongings. There are hidden talents in each of us. The main problem is the fact that while some are shy and hide their talents, others are not afraid of anything and are ready to actively demonstrate their abilities to the world. Here we have another talented boy whose accuracy is at the highest level. Just look at the accuracy with when he throws his jacket and hits the nail on the head. I want to warn you right away, what's going to happen in this video will cheer you up for the whole day. I think the poor guy who has obvious problems with coordination won't be amused at all. It is difficult to say what exactly happened that evening and why the ship suddenly found itself on land, but everything that was happening looked like shots from some adventure movie. This man with a strange hairstyle decided to fool around near the supermarket checkout, but he clearly did not expect that the consequences would be very painful. They're telling the truth. True size does not matter. Just look at this small and seemingly defenseless dog bravely resisting such a huge opponent. Bravo! It seems that the girl did not even understand what the law enforcement officer wanted from her. However, everything that was happening to her looked very funny. It's hard to say why this busty woman was running away, but one thing can be said for sure, she looked really attractive. Do you remember that we've already seen a similar video about a dog? In this case, the chicken also decided to walk along the concrete path that still wasn't solid enough. Various curious situations often occur on the roads, so you always need to be extremely attentive and collected. It's good that the guy on the two-wheeled iron horse got his bearings in time. However, it's better to say that he was really lucky.